And now Milburn. Lovely kick.
Beautiful.
To Taylor. To Rook. So he kept his sequence of at least one goal per match going, as we see Ablett there.
It's not often you get knocked out throughout a match, come back on. He did that. He ran into Selwood and it didn't affect Selwood, did it?
No.
So Selwood's, that's 36 now for Selwood.
He's closing in, Dennis.
He's a remarkable player, Selwood. But we've said that before. Ling's got it on the outer side.
I reckon you just switched on the tape recorder in your pocket, because we do say that a lot, don't we?
Well, he is remarkable, Bruce. There's Hawkins. Knocked away by Watson, who's been contained very well by his standards this season, averaging 28 coming in. Now it's going to be a boundary throw in on the outer side as Hawkins claiming he took the mark.
Well, he did.
Hence, he claimed it. Blake. 19 possessions for Watson, came in averaging 28 with a top of 39. Here's McPhee, just drops it across to Hooley. This guy would have to be close to Essendon's best player, I reckon, Hooley. It's been pretty tough back there. Windelick towards half forward. Taylor shrugged off an ankle injury, takes the mark to Johnson.
So the Cats to build up. Bartel, lovely kick. Burns has got a lot of the ball wide today. He's been just presented very well. He's been a busy player. Enright, well, he was as good as anybody, wasn't he, in that first half when things were a bit tight up. Hooker gets back to take the mark, and then Hocking sweeps to McPhee. And McPhee with a careful kick for Davey. He didn't want that high bounce with Rook bearing down on him, Davey, but he stood up pretty well. Selwood couldn't quite.
I think he was more concerned about Selwood. Rook.
Fancy being a sandwich between Rook and Selwood.
Yeah.
Well, you know they're going to probably hit each other's heads, so you might be all right. They're tough guys.
Push him under the ball. Now you right a kick. Play up.
Now Monfils.
There's Hooley. I tell you what, Paddy Ryder's battled manfully too, but gee, the good players are hard to find. Taylor keeps finding the ball in this last quarter to Milburn. Comes out very wide, too wide, out of bounds on the full.
Basher Hooley's just notched up his 30th possession. That's the first time in his career.
I mean, the ball's been down there a lot, but he hasn't conceded too much.
Just watching Jay Nagle. He's just about out of petrol.
Kick comes inside the forward 50. Harry had it, then bumped into a teammate. Skipworth does well, releases Lovett. And Lovett rushes into an open goal and puts it through. They just keep coming on.
Well, it's just he's hit someone in the crowd and it was accidental. They're not happy with him. I guess that's what happens when you sit behind the goals.
Well,
it's like parking your car next to the trolley bay.
Let's see what happens. He goes in.
Oh.
Came in pretty quick, and he apologizes, I think. Didn't intend for that shot to hit the fan.
They might have been cheering Lovett because the trade almost happened, didn't it, down to the Catland?
I imagine he was down there.
So half the score, 64 to 128.
Play on.
So the Bombers
doing
well with the heat out of the game in this last quarter, at least getting the scoreboard rolling.
That's the mark there. Play on.
So Scarlett from Milburn. Now Kelly will get this. And now Bartel's on. They just release so quickly. One to the other. Bartel looks up. Uses Hawkins wide. Had to stretch him. Hawkins handball misses Johnson. Back to Hocking.
Oh. Take it now. Advantage.
So Hooker. So against Mumford there originally. Jakura been good. We've talked about his tackling. Well done, McVeigh. He's had a good last quarter, McVeigh. And he'll be much better for the run. Boone's got it off Zaharakis. Kelly's handball held up. Dyson, well done to Jetta. Back to Zaharakis. And Zaharakis to centre half forward. Taylor half volley. Milburn, heavy traffic for a moment, but he worked his way through.
Runs up to centre half back. Couple of bounces. Minute 30 to go. Still going. Delusions of adequacy there from Milburn. He was run down by Ryder. Davey in the opposite direction to Monfries. He'll find Nigel. Neagle turns around, goes in, and kicks the goal. Well, it's been a big last term from the Bombers. Neagle's got 3.
Well, they're winning the second half now. Back to 58 points. There was the high tackle there on Mumford. But it was Milburn who took off. He'd had 5 or 6 bounces and wanted to keep going. I think sometimes when you are out in space like you are, you just take off, and as a result, it's a couple of loose forwards when the ball is turned over.
So 3 to Neagle. Some of the stars sitting out, the big one on the right, of course. So the Cats just under the 10-goal margin. So the Bombers are 2 points up in the second half. But Geelong brilliant early after being challenged. Rook. Kelly back to Blake, and then Blake with a steady kick to full forward. Good mark. McPhee's been okay.
Bit of a box on in the middle of the ground.
Watson and Kelly. Hooker paddling forward. So Hooley with these high numbers. And Selwood, speaking of high numbers, Davey did very well.
Oh, he's hurt.
He's in a bad way, isn't he?
It was almost like they collected legs then.
Wojcinski. There's a free to Mooney.
As he went to turn, Elwyn Davey, there's a collision of legs.
And he's up now. So just quickly,
Yeah.
the Cats, as Davey is up. Mooney about to have a shot. They're going to win their 10th straight this year. It's the 4th time in this big sequence they've won 10 in a row. For Bomber Thompson, only Reg Hickey at Geelong did that. Norm Smith 5 for Melbourne and 1 for Fitzroy. They're the only coaches that have ever won 10 in a row more than 3 times. It's rare.
He's been a handful this afternoon for the defence of the Bombers. League's up. He's a strong body. He's up against, young defenders that haven't been in the game a long time. His brute strength and his nous that he has, because he's a clever player.
He might have an anxious week too, or a couple of days anyway.
Well, it's just silly that I just think the impact wasn't severe enough for him to warrant a week, but I hope not anyway.
He's a doer, and he's kicked 4, Mooney. First time this year he's kicked 4. So the Cats join the Saints. 10 at the start of the season.
Oh, collision with the umpire, and